Danny,
Brian,
how are you?
never better, my friend.
All right, I'm going to put on my earbuds. Busy yesterday, huh?
Every
Every
day.
day, probably.
We got a laundromat that also houses the homeless. Very nice. We've got an operator that doesn't care to do anything about that. That's what that means. You know, hey, if the locals decide they're going to allow them to take over the neighborhoods, that's one thing. But this is your business. This is your family. It's part of making it safe for your consumer. So that's a huge indication of failure. Anna is the real estate agent that is handling this horrible laundromat, and that's good. You know, the homeless issue is a nerve that I will press. Let's call the number. Stand by. Here we go.
Okay.
Now's where you subscribe right now.
This is Anna.
Hey, Anna, my name's Danny. I'm calling on some commercial space for lease. This is Spring Valley, California.
Okay. What kind of business you're looking to put in? Like which space, like, are you interested in?
Yeah, I'm looking at precisely. I'm in the laundry
Yes.
business, Anna. That's what I do. I do coin laundromats.
Okay.
And you have one there. This will take just a bit of explaining. I'm always interested in building out my empire of stores. My partner and I, we go into these locations. We do a little bit of laundry normally, and we fly under the radar because these folks are open to the public and don't really interact with the customers or us. And when we see underperforming stores, to put it politely, we want to reach out to you and put you on notice. We're interested in leasing the space when the time comes. I don't know, maybe it's tomorrow or next week or next year. I'm not interested in buying it. Therefore, I'm not trying to do anything today or tomorrow. I'm in no rush. When that time comes, I'm after infrastructure, frankly. You know, the gas, water, and electric is there. And we renew the stores. We put all new equipment in, we do it right. And at the end of the day, this isn't a horrible laundromat. It's not the worst I've seen. I could tell you some stories, but it's pretty bad. And I think the community deserves better, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the tenant is currently already late with the rent. She's
Uh-oh.
trying to unload her business.
Yeah.
So, and it looks like there's multiple people interested to take over. So, the lease not gonna expire. We're just gonna sign up a brand new lease with a new tenant, hopefully in the next month or two.
Good. Well, in that case, it sounds like my timing is good. And, you know, I see those indications from the outside, knowing that this location has a good footprint, understanding that we get a leg up because of the infrastructure. Now, as the individual with our group that does the talking and negotiating, my first inclination when you say you have tons of people interested, that's great. You know, I don't want to get into a bidding war. I'm not interested in doing that.
I have 3 people. Yeah, like I have 3 people. So I'm a property manager. I'm not selling the business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not representing the business. My only headache is that my tenants pay the rent on time.
Right, of course.
And she's have not been paying, or she's been late, and she's just getting late and more behind.
Right.
So,
and I appreciate that information. You know, I'm not asking for your rent rolls or what the scenario is. And honestly, Anna, it breaks my heart. I'm in the same business, but the difference is, I'm guessing, I don't know. You said she, I didn't even know it was a woman who owned this. She bought the business, and that's what puts these folks behind the 8 ball. She bought a laundromat. She didn't know what she was doing. The equipment is 25 years old, so you can't earn a profit with that equipment. You're constantly fixing it. I could bore you to tears with all of this information. I won't do that to you. But we
I understand.
intend, right, we intend to spend hundreds of thousands on new equipment, and we do that every 7 years. Therefore, I need a 15-year term. Also, I don't know if you know this, I don't know if you tour your properties, you're interested in collecting rent. The 3 times we've been here, once on a Sunday when we do most of our business, and the other 2 times during the week, it looks like they're filming a zombie movie here. There's so many homeless inside of the laundromat, much less loitering outside. Your current operator is doing nothing about it. And that's hurting your entire center. And at the end of the day, we are going to change that. We become the police of our centers. I sign rights to trespass with the local police department. With my 36 locations, I see red when I notice that anything is affecting my bottom line. It's taking food out of my kids' mouths. I'm not going to allow it. I don't go in there Dirty Harry style and threaten people, but there are ways to elevate this business like any business. You can't just sit by idly and say, oh, well, there's homeless in the area and they're going to infiltrate my business. Nothing I can do. No, they can't be there. No, loitering is never allowed. You mentioned it.
Can
Yeah.
we, I am on a super short deadline right now. I need to submit. So can we either schedule that conversation a little bit later or another date? It looks like you're going to be more than 2 minutes. I do pick up the phone when people call, but I need
No,
to.
I appreciate that.
I'm not able to have a deeper conversation right now.
Absolutely. Yes. Tell me. You say she's trying to sell it, but I assume that will not be happening. No one's going to give her X or Y for this business. I'm not interested in buying it, to be crystal clear. I know that you're not the broker.
Okay, so when you connect a brand new washer, you pay $3,500 per washer to the county as a one-time connection fee when you open a brand new business. So if you take over an existing laundromat, that's the money you're saving. So
Anna,
if she has
I've done this 36 times.
Mm-hmm.
I know why I'm after this location. You don't need to sell it to me, my dear. I'm aware.
I understand. So I do believe that she should get her 20 or 25,000.
Oh no,
because that's
no.
at least what
She's not going to get 20, 25, or even $5. If she gets that from one of these other possible folks, you said you have 3 people interested. Am I the 4th or the 3rd?
4th.
Okay. What's the rate of rent on a 15-year term?
So currently we're entertaining up to $2 to start. $2 plus triple net. Triple net is like 40 cents a square foot, something like that. And the space is 2,213 square feet.
Okay, understood. If any of these individuals, do you know, are any of these people, number one, distributors who intend to build it and sell it? I'm being your advocate now. Okay, not distributors.
No.
Do they have other locations?
Operators. Yes.
All of them?
To 2 of them I talked, yes. I'm scheduled to talk to the 3rd one.
The one that doesn't have locations, do yourself a favor, steer clear. Anyone willing to give her money for the location is going to be losing that money. I don't do that. $2 per square foot might work in your other centers for nail salons or national chains. I won't pay that, nor should any laundromat operator, because I'm going to have the debt service on the equipment. If they intend to run it the way it is with that equipment, they will fall flat. This is just the inception of the conversation. What's your email address? I'll send you an email. And I'm not going to throw my hat in the ring. I'm not going to get into that bidding war. When the others fall apart, we'll talk. What's your email address?
Yeah, let me give you my email because I really need to go.
You do. You're very important. Go. No, I hear you. What's your email?
Okay.
Oh, come on. Don't give me the info email. That's not your email address.
That's my email.
Okay.
I check my email.
Info.
It
Go ahead.
rings on my
Anna, I'm Danny D'Angelo. My partner his name is Brian. I will CC him in the email we send you. When everybody else falls by the wayside, you give me a holler, not before. Thanks. Go get your meeting done.
Absolutely.
All right, Brian. What kind of an emotional roller coaster are you on now, buddy?
Actually, I've watched so many of your videos. I had what do you call it? Sewing machine legs. The first time we called, we didn't even connect with anybody. Now
Your legs were bouncing? Is that what is? I've never heard that
yeah.
before. Did you make that up?
No, I heard it on from a rock climber on a video. I don't know, maybe it wasn't sewing machines. It was something else. But you know, when your legs start shaking, yeah, I was all nervous. But now, after watching your videos over and over,
There's an old Steve Martin bit about I can't stop my leg. Anybody that knows that, that's an old one. I can't stop my leg. I think he wrote a song.
But this was it was great. I mean, we got a hold of somebody, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's half the battle.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Oh, hang on. Let me put that.
Stop taking notes. It's over.
Okay.
So here's the thing. The universe of laundromats has changed. We've got dipshit after dipshit going on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, talking about buying a laundromat, how you should do anything you can to get out there and buy a laundromat. The dirty word, buy. Now, when I got into my first store 100 years ago, nobody was talking about any of it other than distributors, right? And they're saying the same thing. They're beating the same drum. Buy it from us. We're selling these wonderful businesses. And when you walk in there, you know nothing about a laundromat. You don't know why it smells that way. You don't understand why there's no restroom. You don't know anything. And that's who they're relying on. People who have some money and don't have any sense. Ooh, I like that. They have dollars and no sense. All right. Now, today, the only thing that's changed, we've got a bunch of people trying to push information on you. Oh, get my free book, which leads to my $10,000 course on buying a laundromat. All right, so you've got all these schlubs out there going to someone like this, offering her 100,000, 20,000, 50,000. Look, we made a cold call to a laundromat that you walked into and you could see that it's on its last legs, and she says, good timing. Then we get into the negotiation aspect where she says, I've got 3 people. Does she have 3 people looking at this? She doesn't. It's a lie that people tend to believe. So then I call her on the lie. Am I the 4th or am I the 3rd? Well, I don't want to do what I've got to get it. At the time that she said, I looked at the clock, that she had a meeting. It was 38 after the hour. Who has a meeting at 38 after the hour? Who picks up the phone? It's just odd to me. I'm not calling everybody a liar. I'm not a glasses half empty guy. I'm just saying that doesn't make sense. Could you just be a relaxed human being and have a conversation? I didn't say, well, I'm not going to get in a battle with others who want this place. No, I talked about my experience. You notice that? All I did is try to make her understand the guy you've got on the phone really knows what this place needs. We pressed the nerve that you told me about. It's housing for the homeless, really important. She doesn't even know about that. She's clueless. All I'm trying to do is pour that vinegar in her ear so she can understand that you, i.e. ergo me, are the best possible long-term tenant. Does she care? Not really. These are slumlords agents. She doesn't care. She spouts out it's $2 triple net plus 40. Now, why didn't she say we already have an LOI in writing from one of these people? Because there are no other people. Because she would have said what they normally say is we already have an offer. Why wouldn't they instantly put an offer in writing? What we're going to see from her, I'm going to send her the standard canned email with lots of pictures before and afters of my stores, etc. And I'm going to tweak it a little bit to say, let us know if you're serious about moving forward with a strong laundromat operator. If she calls, texts, writes, emails, sends a carrier pigeon, we know instantly that these other offers aren't real and they haven't come to fruition yet. If she would have said, yeah, it's perfect timing, she's on her way out within the next month, what say you? You'd be doing an LOI right now. But it's not time. She's the gatekeeper. She's the one. And I want to tell you, I am not the one selling yet. I'm the one collecting rent. I get it, lady. You're not the broker. That's why we called you. You're the landlord.
And I don't know why she wouldn't give you her actual email address when I sent it. When my original email to her was to her email, which I just put in the.
You have her real email.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I put it in there.
You hear how I said, come on, lady, don't give me your info email.
Yeah.
That's a blow off. That's some bullshit.
And another question for next time. It sounds like you want notes as you're going and not transferred over.
Yeah, I like to see your cursor moving along as I'm doing this so I know that I can relax. 1% of what I do is on YouTube. The rest of the time I'm walking around my office. I'm pacing. I'm in Aspen.
I don't want to listen to my keyboard click while I'm trying to listen to you.
I get it. You just do bullet points. Just write down, today we're live on YouTube. So the good news is it's all captured, but most of the time and then when I hit the mute button at times, you won't be able to hear stuff, but I can hear it. So I'll write it down. Anyway,
I got all sorts of those.
I don't have any animosity towards Anna or any real estate agent. It's just that they're all so very, very bad at this. They're all so bad at negotiating. They don't even understand. I mean, does she have a husband, a boyfriend? Is she attractive? Is there a little nookie going on? Do they make whoopee? Is she negotiating all that? You're negotiating something every 5 minutes every day that from the time you get up in the morning till you fall asleep and even beyond, right? You're negotiating in the middle of the night with your loved one who's nudging you to stop snoring. Everything's a negotiation, and most people are bad at it. And when I hear from folks, no offense, like you, that have already talked to these people, the moment she says, I've got 3 other people, go, well, I want to be the one to get it. What do I have to do? And that's the worst thing you can do. At that moment, you flip a switch.
I didn't talk to her.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. I don't want to get belittled or ridiculed.
I would never do that. But you flip a switch, you shut down, you say, oh, that's great. Okay. Because what is she thinking? Oh, I kind of want these people. And she's not the landlord.
Yeah.
She doesn't own the dirt. She has no vested interest. Right. And by the way, if she closes this deal, she makes about $500. There's not a lot of money in this for them. Not at all. Right. It's a commercial lease. They don't go by a percentage like selling a multi-million-dollar house in the Hollywood Hills. It's different. So end of the day, what do? We send her the canned email and not much more. And, in that moment when she says this is really good timing, well, that's the way this works. When you walk into a horrific, disgusting, filthy, nasty laundromat with this old-ass equipment and poor procedures and poor operating techniques, I mean, come on. I'm not saying the floors have to be spick and span, but they are non-existent. The tiles ripped up. The machines are broken. They're all out of order. They've got the bars on the windows. Snakes?
Stinks. It stinks.
Oh.
Smells.
Do you know why?
Mildew? I don't know.
No, that smell is because this operator has likely never cleaned the wet lint traps. If you watch 1,000 of my 1,500 videos, you'll learn this stuff. We can't put everything in every video. 99.98% is in one place in my silly course, but we all know about dry lint. At home, we deal with it. It's lint from your socks in your dryer. More lint, you notice your shirts, your favorite shirts get a little smaller, a little tighter. Dry lint is one thing. Wet lint goes out in the water, in the drain, and there's more of it, even more. It looks just like dry lint, but it's got water involved, so it goes out in the spin cycle. Now in your home, you've got that 2.5, 3-inch pipe, and it goes out to the city side, and the city takes care of it. In a space like this, laundromats are always on the end cap. They're never in the center. You ever notice that? They're never in the middle suite in a strip mall. They're on the end for a reason because the water flows through all the other businesses, the nail salon and the hair cutting place and the Jiffy Lube, and then it goes to the laundromat and then to the city, because on the outside, right in between, there's going to be a huge wet lint trap, usually a manhole size cover. I had a store that had 3 manhole covers. Once every 3 months, you have the poopy guy come that cleans out all the porta potties, and he opens that top and he slurps all that wet lint out, because the Romans figured out that water flows downhill. Here we are learning a lot today. The water flows into this wet lint trap, then out to the city side and captures the wet lint. We are responsible, not the landlord, not in reality the property manager. Do you think Anna has any idea why this place stinks? No, neither does this operator, because he, she, they, them have never, ever, ever cleaned it out. Not even once. It's about $130 every 3 months. Every store you own has to have it done. You got the guy on the payroll. It's as necessary as breathing, but these people don't know that. That's why you got that stank. And if you never touch this stuff for years, it turns into almost concrete. There are videos online about it.
You are going to email her. Am I going to be CC'd on that?
Yes.
Well, the reason why I ask is because when I sent her an email, I used a different email address than what you have. Do you want to does that matter?
Hold on. The email. Do you have a new one that you created that is more laundry centric?
It's Brian at Rent America's Finest.
All right, just put the email that you want right here below hers. Do that.
Okay, got it. Sorry about that.
Not at all. It's your email. I'm the one that says Danny at freelaundromat.com. Everybody can have mine. All right, congratulations. You made it on a live. I'm going to send her an email. Sleep well. I'm going to go talk to the people here for a minute. I'll talk to you soon. Say goodbye.
Awesome. Have a good one, Dave.
Cheers. There you have it. Start to finish. The way that it works. If you're now just joining us on this live, do yourself a favor and make sure you watch and listen to this entire call. I know I don't have juggling bears or bikini-clad women jumping on trampolines on my show, and I don't apologize for it. It's not a show. This is real work being done in real time. I'm going to get to your comments here and then release you to the wild and get back on the phones. But the important thing is that you try not to be an idiot. Try not to be an idiot. Let's jump into the chat, guys. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome aboard. I'd like you to go into the chat and tell me, each and every one of you, there's 50 people on here, and I appreciate you. 54. Algorithm's weird. I want all 54 of you to go into the chat. Just do it. Just do it. There's that word again. Just do it. Tell me what city you're located in and what got you interested in owning a laundromat. If you feel like you're unique or different, or you're not interested in owning a laundromat, then tell me that. Go. Go. Mac is almost always on these things. Mac, are you in an iron lung or something? Hey, Danny D, he says. Mac, I appreciate the comment, even though it's just to say hey. I know you're out there. Hey. Yeshua, excuse my ignorance, Danny. I'm just wondering, is it better just to lease or to buy? Because I saw another of your videos where you said it's better to buy. So I'm confused. No, you didn't, Yeshua. You didn't fucking watch the video. I might have had a title that said, you should go buy a laundromat, but that's because I'm trying to get, dude, come on, man. You answer a question for me, Yeshua. Who would sell a successful cash business. Guys, if you're just joining us, jump into the chat, the live chat. If you're watching this video as an evergreen video, jump into the comments. Make a comment. Tell me about your best favorite Steve Martin line. The wild and crazy guy. He hates these cans. Die gas pumper.
There's that word again.
Having some fun with you kids. We just got on the telephone through a cold call and called a landlord's agent where a young woman is running a laundromat into the ground. She bought it. She's trying to sell it. It is worthless, Yeshua. She's about to be booted out, less than 30 days away. Sharks are circling. Does that mean that we are going to throw our hat in the ring and try to pay $2 a square foot for that spot? No. Lucas, hey Danny, enjoying your live while driving down the interstate, white line fever style. Hit the horn for me, Lucas. White line fever, he's a truck driver. I made a comment, so I wouldn't forget. I can't stop my leg. Can I find that on YouTube? Let's see. I'm waiting for you guys to tell me where you're from and what got you interested in laundromats. I never took typing classes. Wait a minute. Maybe it's Robert Klein.
Like a song for you now, road called Woo Hoo Hoo Hoo. I can't stop my leg. I can't stop my leg.
It's Robert Klein.
You're kidding, baby. Is there a neurologist?
All right. Maybe it's derivative. Maybe Steve Martin stole it from Robert Klein. But I don't think so. I think he did it on Carson. You guys go find it. Give me a link. Randy says, good afternoon, Danny. Nice to catch you live. Thank you for your correspondence. Okay, Randy. I correspond with everybody. I got a weird email. I'd like to read it to you guys. Randy just reminded me. This is pretty weird. I'm going to throw you directly under the bus. This young lady who shall remain nameless emailed me. Understand my position. I don't know if she's seen the course. I don't know if any of you have seen my silly course. It's inexpensive. It's usually the first step. When I get an obvious email and someone says, hey, I've seen a few of your YouTube videos. I'm thinking about getting your course. Sell it to me. I'll just write back, no. For your sake, just please watch it or go do something else. Start gardening. Start a business on anything but this. If and when you understand that I don't do this for income, you'll understand that I'm not like the rest. That's why my channel isn't bull fucking shit. Try not to be an idiot. I answered an email from her, and then the same day I got this. I emailed you. I thought you'd be responsive, as you stated, but obviously you have some kind of personal issue with me. I just wanted to know if you could provide information on how I could find landlords on these laundromats. By the way, I just had written her back on that email she asked me. This is the same. I guess I'm supposed to answer emails within minutes, not hours. I've tried so many different methods, but no such luck. This is blank, her name. The one you scolded. Now I'm kind of giving away who it is. She was on a live, I think. I really wanted to work with you. I wanted to pay for your phone number, but it seems as though you don't want any dealings with me. And I also purchased your course. Have a wonderful day.
Kill shot.
Sister, you are not all there. I think I wrote something back like, we're not dating, okay? I'm happy to, I mean, guys. Real is what you get when you get a dose of Danny. Ask my wife. That is what you get. I'm Randy. I don't remember your email thread, but I thank you for bringing this to my attention so I could remember that I wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. Stop it. Patrick, make whoopee, huh? Takes me back to the Newlywed Game. Exactly, shows your age. I think the Newlywed Game, I was watching reruns in my defense. I'm pretty sure I was watching reruns when there were five channels when I was a kid, and we watched cartoons only on Saturdays, and those cartoons were originally only in the front of films in the movies. I know all this stuff. I read comic books, 75-cent cover, the golden age, the silver age. Dionysus Cryonisus, listening and driving. I just overbroke, hopefully not for long. Yeah, man, let's get you some laundromats. Appreciate you. That's with an Aussie accent, if I'm right. Lindsay says, in old school laundromats, I noticed the aisles are always tiny, assuming because they were to be top loaders. Should we sacrifice number of machines to gain space? No. Don't let anybody tell you any different. It's nice to have 5 feet between the washers. The folks will fight it out. And we're going to have high efficiency, not HE machines, but we're going to have front loaders. Throw the top loaders away. All in the course. Hugh says, hey, Danny. Hey, Hugh. Alan says, always delivering golden nuggets. Thanks, Danny. You're welcome. If you guys are just jumping on, go back and watch this thing. Investment Choice says, I already forgot what I was supposed to tell you. Well, what the hell? What's wrong with you? You can text me. I'm looking at my phone right now. Hello, Brent. I forgot what I was supposed to. Well, that makes me upset because now I'm wondering. I hate when you ever walk into a room and you're like, what the fuck am I doing in here? Some people think that's the aliens, that they just took you and anally probed you and then they dropped you back in that room. Some people think that. I'm not among them. I know when I've been anally probed.
Kill shot.
Oh, boy. All right, we're getting into it. Pembroke Pines, Florida, says Randy. Your YouTube video started my interest. Oh, God, no. I hate to hear that. I don't want to be the one that piques anybody's interest in this. Piques, okay. I don't want to be the one that is responsible for starting you being interested in this. Just love new business ideas. Went another way, but still following. Heard you via Cody S. That's how he found me. Okay. Cody S. Got it. Matt. Cummings, Georgia. Positive cash flow. That's the reason. Got it. Nancy's in Knoxville. Look at that. It rhymes. Was on vacation in Italy and had to go to a laundromat and thought this would be a good thing to get into. I love that, Nancy. I've got a few videos on here. Io non capisco molto bene italiano. I'm in Italy scouting stores and buying fat Rolexes. Love travel. Travel's the spice of life. Do it. Do it. Get out from under your current location. Nothing better. Round Rock, Texas, says Tony, you got me interested. Well, there's more and more of that. That seems odd to me. I would frankly rather be the guy like with Nancy where she's interested and then goes to look for information, hopefully doesn't pay for bad information and finds Danny. The difference with me, I don't pay for any adverts. Zero. None. I don't see that as being the right way to intrigue you folks. St. Paul, says Jeremiah, he's typing in from there because everyone says you can make a lot of money in laundromats. Well, I don't know that they do. I know that they say that the people that are selling them are making a lot of money because you should go out and buy one. A lot of people are charlataning you. Speaking of Alan from Charleston, South Carolina, looking to create some time, freedom, and cash flow, he says. Good for you. Makes sense. If any of you on here have seen the silly course and haven't consulted with me, you can ask Noah, who's on here, how it works. You get my phone number for life. Brandon just texted me. Was I supposed to text you where I live? I don't like the cabbage smell. I don't like the cabbage smell. I know where you live. I don't know what you forgot, Brandon. Anyway, this is the way it works. I've never had a fake phony phone. I don't have a drawer that the bat phone sits in. It's my phone number. So if you're on the fence and thinking about it, guys, I've got time today to talk to you. So let's get it done. You have to have the course first. You have to have the information. Otherwise, you'd have these million questions that many of you have now. It's a couple bucks because I'm not a clock watcher. I don't want to do that. Our buddy here in the email, though, I was going to give you money. Now you took an hour to answer my email. You got something personal against me. Try not to be an idiot. That's not me calling her an idiot. I want to be clear. Jairo Castillo says, I just started sorry for the accent. I just started watching your videos. I feel addicted. Really resourceful. Thank you so much. Well, Jairo, now you've been featured on the channel. Mac just did a thing about From the Jerk. Steve Martin says, I was born a poor black child. I know my purpose. Yes. Can't say that stuff today. I wonder where that road goes. Sewing machine legs here. That was funny. Oh, that's his name. See, I never know people's names. Tell me your actual name. That's Brian. Timber Snow, looking to buy several laundromats in Nashville, Miami, Los Angeles. Do not own yet. Just dropping my research. Any advice, places, or rent own property? Bro, you want to own laundromats in Nashville, Miami, and LA? Are you in all of those places every month? If you're not, start focusing on where you live. It's not a reality to try to build some massive empire of laundromats in several states unless you can cover that route yourself. How the fuck do I know? Those that know me know I know. Say that 5 times fast. You also fucked up and said you're looking to buy several. So you're going to give each and every one of these people $300 grand for their businesses, and then what? This is an infrastructure play, buddy. Go back, and I'm assuming you're a dude because you didn't tell us your name. I do pick on people that jump into my channel because I'm not here trying to dig ditches and get you involved and hand you a shovel. That makes no fucking sense. I'm here to make sure that if you do this, you do it right. Miami, Los Angeles, and Nashville? My assumption is you live in Nashville. You like LA and Miami for some reason. Don't know. If you're a corporate jet guy and you're in all those places every month, it could be feasible for you. But don't ever buy one. I'd rather see you never get in this business because you're going to be the woe is me. Oh, it's not what I thought it was. I'm going to sell my businesses now. Noah says, I don't want to work for someone else ever again. The pandemic had me looking into recession-proof businesses. There was a pandemic? Huh? Yeshua says, laugh my ass off. That's what that means. San Diego. I know that. I'm interested in laundromats, says Ido. We know that. That's why you're here. Houston, Texas. I'm interested. It's better. Is it better to lease, Danny? Dude. I know. If I was a fake hunk of shit, I'd be over here saying,
well, Yeshua, let me talk to you about the industry as a whole.
But that ain't me. We were just on a live call with me and my client making a live cold call to a landlord's agent whom I've never spoke with. And she said, this place is about to go belly up within 30 days live. And then you're going to hear how I negotiated and navigated the call by doing a lot of nothing, because she told us she had 3 other entities involved. I gave her advice. I listened to her tell us how she needed to run to a meeting. And I got her info at email address, which is a slap in the face. Go watch it. And Yeshua, everyone on here, tell Yeshua his next step. What do you do after understanding this? These businesses exist in leased space. If you buy someone's dollar store, I guess you're buying their 50-cent items they bought in China and a cash register. Maybe the name, if you're buying the 99-cent store, which recently went belly up, they're gone. I'm sure they tried to sell the whole kit and caboodle before they went away. They're gone. Just like Wicker World is gone. Does anybody know what I mean when I say Wicker World? I'd be impressed if you guys can put that together, because I made that up. Gone. JCPenney, gone. Laundromats will never go away, but they exist predominantly in leased space. So why in the actual fuck would you buy someone's business? Why are they selling that business? Because it's already failed them. It needs to be retooled with new equipment. And just like that agent said when she tried to sell me on this idea, it's over $3,500 in that county for every new washing machine you sink into the ground. If you buy a new $1 million home in LA County, $3,500. They just put it on a light item. You don't even notice. I think in LA County, it's $8,000. You're buying $1 million house. Is there already electric to the property? No charge. Already gas to the property? No charge. You want the gas to go to the backyard and put a barbecue in? Charge. But the city, the state, even the feds are going to charge you to put a drain in the ground where there's a washing machine because of the soap. It's the Environmental Protection Agency. They call them TAP fees, TAP. All of this is there in a line item in your $1 million house that you'll never notice. But try to put in a new laundromat with 50 washing machines. Take that $8,700 and times it by 50, it becomes unfeasible. She was literally trying to sell me on this idea. I don't think she was listening to me. I said, yeah, I know. Great call. Great call. We'll turn it into a couple of shorts that are edited. We'll turn it into a long form edited video and cut all this stuff out. Get your questions out. Hey, Danny, it's Moss. Thank you, Moss. I'm ready to make a change, my future. The time is now. I agree, buddy. Tomorrow never comes. Heido, once again, I'm interested in laundromats, retiring of military soon, currently living in Norfolk. Been there many times, buddy. Electric boat. Looking for Philadelphia, PA laundromats. There you go. The Navy's going to send you wherever you want to go, buddy, so don't just go straight to Philly unless that's where you want to live. Great tune, says Alan. I can't stop my leg. You're the best, Danny. Laugh my ass off. You're real. Yes, well, you just found me. You get it. I will get the course misspelled, says Heido. Good. Great. I'm happy for you. Not for me, not for my bottom line. Got nothing to do with it. I don't even look at it. Good. It's a streaming course. You can be watching those videos as soon as we end this live. Joe, hi, Danny. Hello. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Rock. Course is worth every penny. Well, thanks for saying that. Or can I watch the course? Imagine there's a link in the video description on every single one of my YouTube videos. Imagine that. Just imagine. Gotta be Navy. Finally caught alive. Jerome, looking forward to this one. It's a good one, buddy. Go back and watch from the beginning. From Chicago, says Jerome, Need to figure this scouting out. Yeah, go out and look. If you're looking blindly, it's because you haven't seen the silly course. Italy comment reminded me, as a business traveler in the UK, I could never find a laundry. Was bizarre, even in London. Just me, LOL. First and foremost, never LOL. Secondly, the United Kingdom has almost no laundromats. The UK and Dubai are really the only places, for very different reasons, where you don't see it. The business brokers are certainly making money, says Brandon. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, sadly. Cummins is the engine in my truck. I live in Cummings, Georgia. That's cool. Does one have anything to do with the other? I wouldn't know. Brandon probably does. Hey, I've been trying to get in touch with you, says Antoine. Hey, that's great, Antoine. I'm going to remove you from the channel and put you in timeout. Goodbye. If you guys are consulting with me, please don't feel free to jump into a chat and try to call me out when you're sending me a text. What's she going to do with her customers? And then you're LOLing. God damn it. I think you're just trying to get me worked up. Marcus, what's up, Danny? Good to see you again, brother. Nice to see you, bud. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't see you. That's like when you're in the supermarket or you're getting on a plane, right? And you get your tickets and they're like, have a nice flight. You too. They're not flying anywhere. Lindsay, 2 opportunities I'm looking at. One vacant, no machines. The other one is operating. Nervous to do both as my first, but if we can truly do them with 0, also, why not? I just picked the easiest, best lease. Lindsay, if you're hiring me, I don't hear you saying that, but if you're bringing me on board, you think your eyes are bigger than your plate, as my grandmother used to say, or your stomach. I don't know. She said it in Italian. Mangia, mangia. You think you're going to pick and choose which of those 2 stores you get? We call both. We'll call those 2 stores on day 1 and the reality will seep through. So there's your answer. If we've consulted and you haven't pulled the trigger, get after it, because tomorrow never comes.
Kill shot.
I'm glad I hit the right button. Wade is here. Wade has a free laundromat in Canada. Wade has done the thing. Wade is doing the right thing. Wade and I are going after his second store. Hey, Danny, got the number for Roman. Oh, hey! We can finally get past the gatekeeper next week when we make our calls. Excellent. Guys, you're going to find that these landlords, agents, because of the few tiny dollars that they make, I mean, look at this gal today. She doesn't give a shit if we rent that place or how good of a tenant we are. They've got zombies in the parking lot and hanging out in the laundromat. She just doesn't care. Now, when you watch my 1,500 YouTube videos, you'll see me on the phone with actual lords of the land, actual landlords who own the building. They're passionate. They care. They're not making $500 to seal a deal or to look over a lease. They want good tenants. They listen. They lean in. They pay attention. But the people they hire, they do as little as possible for a paycheck. Have you ever hired anyone? Are you sitting in your office right now with an earbud when you're supposed to be working or driving over the road in a truck? The difference is the OTR driver either is an owner-operator who owns his truck, or he's working for the man, trying to go as fast as he can to get paid by the mile. The guy sitting in an office either works for the boss and hopes he doesn't come in and tell him to hurry up his TPS reports, or he's looking through the glass from the corner office with a bathroom, seeing all the people that he's hired that aren't doing shit. It's the nature of human beings. They do as little as possible for a paycheck. I want to see some really good questions. And I'm going to say this, for anyone that asks me a question about laundromats, not some bullshit about UFOs, for anyone that asks me a question about laundromats that isn't covered in my silly course, I'll give you the course for free. We're ending soon, so get in here and do it. Mahayu says, hello from India. Hello. Tech support. Max says, read it correctly. There is no S in coming.
Unknown caller.
Oh my God, it's a spam risk. Let's have some fun. Hello? Hello? Why do they always hang up? Why do they always hang up? Why have I done this to myself? Marcus is back. Hey, Danny. If I ever need to fix a machine but don't know how to do it myself, do you think that it'd be a good idea just to hire a local handyman to take care of it? No. Marcus, I want to talk about two things. Number one, if I'm correct, you don't even own a laundromat yet. So you're lying in bed, spinning like a spit, waiting for Satan to take you, and you're thinking about these tiny little problems that you don't even have yet. It's a good question to put a capper on it, but you're sweating the small stuff. First of all, like I do in my course, you see me fixing equipment. It's a small part of it, but it's Zen in the art of motorcycle maintenance. I've never, ever cracked anything apart that I couldn't fix, be it a $2 kid's toy at Christmas that got stepped on, a Harley Davidson, or a machine. You start taking things apart when you hear a noise, and in that area, there's a broken screw. Fix, truly. However, here's the normal progression. You take over a laundromat with equipment in it. You call all of the distributors to come give you better pricing on new equipment. And one of those distributors will say, I love this store. We outfitted this store 20 years ago. Whatever happened to Mary, Margaret, Paul? Oh, I don't know. They failed. This is the same shit you installed and they never replaced it. You know what? I want to do business with you, Marcus. I'm going to send my repair guy over to fix all of this stuff. No charge. Happens all the time. Ask Brandon. Ask Wade. 2 different countries we're talking about. When he shows up, don't be at your work filling out TPS reports, dodging the boss. Go in for that day and watch everything he does. And then ask that repairman, I noticed you have a very small tool bag. Can you tell me every tool that's in there? I want to categorize it. I want to own all those tools. You only need a few wrenches. You don't need a set of wrenches. The most valuable information I can give you is to cull that man's tool operation down to a fine point and have those items in there. It's not rocket surgery. It's easy stuff. A local handyman isn't going to know what the local distributor's boy knows. And get his number. Get his real cell phone number. Put him on the payroll later when you've got 10 stores. Moss says he found a couple of locations in the Valley. Looking forward to speaking with me soon. I don't know if you mean LA has a Valley. Phoenix has a Valley. Guys, tell me who has a Valley. I'm trying to get you guys to comment. Nevada has a Valley. Brandon says, we've never talked about a major commercial banker trying to convince me to sue a business broker on a prior deal. You and I have never talked about that. We should probably do a live. I would love that. Let's get back to another dual live, man, you and me. So I think you're telling me that a major banker tried to convince you to sue a broker. Well, I think that for your personal benefit, you shouldn't say anything about it. But if you do a video on 2 separate channels, you've got one channel that you can control and take down and another guy that you'd have to talk into it. And as friends, and that word means the world to me, I would do it for you in an instant. So, yeah, I mean, I know you're more into the YouTube thing, so let me know. Send me a text. We'll do a live on it. Dude, and the worst thing is, Brandon, when you retooled that store, you never even called me. I would have told you, oh my God, you're getting robbed. And it goes back to you listening to a good salesman buy you a steak sandwich and shake your hand and tell you you're a great fella and you're going to make a bunch of money with this many turns per day. And you believe it. And that's human nature. And the guy was probably from Ohio. It sucks. The only way to get the proper price on equipment is to pit them all against each other. Eric says the course is worth it. Thank you, Eric. Eric's a milk guy, used to be. Wade says they hang up because they want to see if someone picks up to see if it's a real number. I guess. I mean, if it's a spam call, they should spam me. Warranties cover your first few years minimum, Marcus. Otherwise, most commercial units are very easy to access. It's not like residential. Yeah, like I say in the course, you take the front off. Your machine at home, you got to take it out, take the back off, pump it up, do a thing, get a hoist. If a belt breaks on a residential machine, it's likely at end of life. It's not like that on commercial machines. Nancy, when you first open a laundromat and you don't have employees yet, how many hours do you need to be there? None, Nancy. Never, ever, ever put yourself in that position. 0. She hasn't seen the course. Nancy, you're going to sign a lease, and the moment you do, even if you don't have the keys yet, you put a help wanted sign on the outside of the glass. You don't even have access inside. You put your cell phone number on it. Print it. Make it nice. It's going to stay there. Help wanted, your number. Put a contract attendant in there. You'll have a line of people wanting to work in the store day one. Don't ever think you won't have employees. They will beat a path to your door. Oh boy. Ron, what's the best way to get funding for a laundromat? Jesus, fuck. All these new people. Funding for what, Ron? To buy a laundromat? Never, ever buy a laundromat.
Try not to be an idiot.
Never, ever buy a laundromat. Say it with me, Ron. The only thing you're going to need funding for is equipment, and we've been talking about this. The first thing go watch this from the beginning, bro. I get passionate, not upset, but passionate about these. Start scouting laundromats, Ron, knowing what you're looking at and what you're looking for. Call landlords and their agents, not the operator trying to sell their failure. Ron, who would sell a successful cash business? You're watching a dozen or 2 dozen louts on the internet. Sorry, you guys are louts. These are schmucks telling you to go buy one. Good God. Either never, ever, ever get into the industry or get in for free. There's the spectrum. Somewhere in the middle is, well, closer to here is Ron, totally confused.
Kill shot.
Ron, the only thing you're going to fund is equipment. You're going to be spending money on you, your future, your customers, your family. And you only do that after you sign a lease. Unlike Brandon, you're not going to get raked over the coals because you're going to literally let them fight over your business. Brandon says they didn't even buy him a sandwich. God damn. Moss, we've spoken together, Danny. I'm here in the East Valley. Okay, hi. Wade, lease through the distributor. Ron Richards, that's what I did. Thanks, Danny, says Nancy. You know what? This call was absolutely phenomenal. It's funny to me because I look over at the clock counter and it says 58:50. I never know if these are going to last an hour and a half, 30 minutes or more. But I want each and every one of you to please do me a favor. I want you to, and you're not going to do it. I'm calling you out right now. You're not going to do it. Ron says the broker will not give me the landlord number. Ron, I want you to go to my channel, look at the magnifying glass, and put the word broker in. You'll actually watch me talk to brokers on live calls where the broker spits out the vomitose words that these laundromats are worthless and then slam the phone down on me. Brother, you went to a fucking business broker that's trying to sell you a laundromat. Of course he's not going to give you the landlord's number. You signed a non-disclosure agreement. Otherwise, they wouldn't have even told you where the laundromat was. And then they give you a horrible P&L statement. Thank you, says Ron. Ron, call me. Oh, shit. I got to change my phone to the... See, now we're not getting off. Ron, I just gave you a toll-free number. Call it right now. None of you other people screw around. I don't want somebody playing phone games. I just turned my toll-free number from my office to my cell. Ron, call that number. I'm making a lot of assumptions. It's toll-free, Ron. Give us a call. I'm not going to berate you, I promise. I just want to talk. And this is something that I charge for, obviously. I'm a consultant. Hey, Danny, what's your opinion on barcode on machines for their wash? What do you mean barcode? You mean card readers? Well-known opinion. Don't fucking do it. Rome says, I watched the course. Maybe I missed the part, but would like some more guidance on scouting. Is there a system? Go watch it again. There's a whole ton of it. I got 2 words for you, Rome. Shitty laundromats. Ron, you're going to piss everybody off here, bud. Call the number. It's right there on the screen. I just put it up. It's a toll-free number. Give me a ring. Waiting. Everyone's waiting. Let's hear it. Everybody encourage Ron to pick up the phone and call. Wade says, you got to watch the course about 3 times, Rome. It's the real secret in getting it. Hey, Danny, how are you, sir? Asks Lee. Great, man. I'm great. I think there's a slight delay here, so we're going to give, unless you fast forward on the timeline. Ron, look at the phone number in the top chat and dial it. See, if I was a YouTuber trying to get clickbait like our friend Brandon, I would never have all this dead air. Yeah, Brandon, let's talk about that. That sucks. What'd they lie to you about? Everything? Probably charged you double for that equipment. And there's not much you can do. A good threat from an attorney. And also, you have a different power. You have the power to call people out. And I think that they would probably settle with you very quickly if they had a brain. I've been screaming this stuff forever, but I've got 50,000 followers, not 2 million followers. That's the difference. Trying to read back at Ron's, all of his previous comments to see. Ron, what up, man? Dial the number. It's toll free. Give him some encouragement. Call in, Ron, says Wade. Danny will give you some advice. Here we go.
Nigel Anderson or Trap Call?
Please tell me it's Ron.
Hello, yeah. Good afternoon, Danny. How you doing? It's Ron.
Hey, Ronnie. Where are you calling from?
New York.
What part?
Right now in Westchester, next to Bronx, Mount Vernon.
You sound like a kid. How old are you?
Man, no, I just turned 30. The 13th, on the 13th of February. So,
Happy
Danny, thank you
birthday,
for having
buddy.
me on the. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for having me on the phone. You know, I've been searching for like 4 or 5 years for a laundromat, and you're saying not to purchase one. I've spoken to brokers. I visited a bunch of locations. It's just that I always run with they want to see funds up front with the brokers, so they're fighting. You know,
Ron,
yep, I'm listening.
you're clueless, man. You don't know shit about laundromats, just like most people. And I'm not picking on you. Thanks for
I'm
calling.
trying to learn.
All the
Yeah, no.
right.
No worries.
Trying is lying, buddy. Trying is lying.
For sure.
Provare.
So would you have any
e
advice?
bugia. Would I have any advice? Do you know who I am? Do you know what I do?
For sure. I've seen multiple videos. You know, I'm a follower of what you do.
Okay, that's adorable.
So yeah, I just need to. I'm looking to take the next steps. I noticed that a recession's coming in, so I want to take care of the family like every other man out there. But I do have a dream of owning a laundromat.
Ron, when someone consults with me, they start to talk about laundromats, and I kind of tune out. Right? I know you have a dream to own a laundromat. I know all that. You're 30 years old. You're a child. Right? Good for you. I had my first million banked at 29, 30. Real estate in another country, it's a different story. Big balls, right? You've been doing this, looking into this for 5 years. When are you going to actually do something? Have you spent a dime on this? Have you spent a dime on this venture?
I set up my LLC, the business bank account, and things of that nature.
Okay.
It's just I even worked with a couple tried to do funding. You know, I probably
no, not that. Okay, but I don't need to hear all of that. No offense, right?
Yeah.
I'm in no hurry.
Got you.
Kids, you're married with how many kids?
No, I don't have any kids. I have a nice dog at home.
Okay. Well, you said family. You taking care of mom?
Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Mom and dad. Yeah.
God bless you. Good for you. What do you do for money? What's the job?
I work with kids with autism as like direct support. So
shit, you're
which
a
brings
saint.
in decent countless overtime.
Okay. Only
Yeah,
decent. So what is your actual job description? What do you do? And I'm not asking for who you work for, but what you're not an RN, you're not a nurse, you're not a doctor. What is your job description?
It's a DSP, but I'm really an entrepreneur trying to make that stuff, you know. So
all right, so you come to the house and you help the family with the autistic kids, which, by the way, here's the actual figure. 1 in 10,000 kids had autism 30 years ago. Now it's 1 in 34. Do you know that figure?
Correct.
Yeah, crazy.
Correct.
It's got to be some shit in the fluoride in the water. I don't know, the plastic bottles. But
it's something. It's definitely something. But, you know, I'm here working with them, but I do have dreams for elsewhere. You know, my mind is really somewhere else, not here. Like, I'd rather wake up in the morning.
You're very nervous, so calm down for a minute, because as expediently, as quickly as I can, I'm trying to give you some advice, right? This isn't a call-in show.
Copy.
I'm not some horse shit. Are you former military?
No, I'm not.
Oh, all right. Well,
I play football, so, you know, the discipline still goes.
You said copy. Good for you. Listen to me.
Oh, yeah.
You've set up a business bank account. You've searched funding. They're not going to give you funding because you don't have anything. The way that this works, let me run some questions. You have never seen my course. You've never spent a dime. I don't care if you do, as long as you don't try to get a laundromat business without having seen it. Does that make sense? For your sake, not for mine.
For sure, yeah.
For your sake,
100%.
not for mine.
They mostly ran down. The ones that I stopped by, they look like the owner basically ran through whatever and without fixing them and poorly managed. I've been through I've seen a fairly decent amount.
Who are you listening to?
You know, doing like the loot net and
you're on YouTube, you're watching my videos. Who are you listening to in regards to buying a laundromat? Who's telling you to go buy one?
Oh, myself. To be honest, that's like the person deep down inside is telling me to do it.
So the business broker had you sign a non-disclosure agreement and showed you a laundromat, and you asked the broker for the landlord's number?
No, I never asked for the.
You just said in the comments that he wouldn't give you the landlord's number.
Yeah, well, he said until I had an agreement up. So I did ask, but he said I would have to have propose an offer first.
Ron, does that make sense to you? Tell the truth.
They see I understand, and it doesn't make sense. That's why I'm glad that you're here to clarify for me.
Hey. Listen, this Honda Accord is $50,000. When you buy the Honda Accord for whatever price, what's the first thing you have to do before they'll let you take it off the lot?
Test drive.
No, bullshit. You didn't buy it yet. What's the first thing you must do before they'll let you drive the car off the lot? Is it your car? No, it belongs to the bank. You've got a note.
Mm-hmm.
You ever buy a car?
Okay, or buyer's note. Yep, yeah, I have.
Ron, what's the first thing that they want you to do before they'll let you drive off the lot?
I guess you want to check your credit and they have you sign papers.
Jesus Christ, God save me. What's the first thing they make you do before you drive the car off the lot? Be real, Ron. Relax. Take a deep breath.
To be honest, I really don't know the answer that you're looking
You've never bought a car,
I feel like I
new
do,
or
but
used?
Used. I bought a used car, and they said what they did. They asked my credit, then they ran my credit to see if I was eligible, and then I did the test drive to see if I actually wanted it, and then after that we negotiated on what I believe.
You take out your Allstate insurance card and you put it on the desk in the finance room.
Okay, all right.
And then they say, oh, you have insurance on your current jalopy through Allstate. We're going to go ahead and call your agent. Okay, let's back up. Okay, let's back up. Deep breath.
Yep.
Imagine if you went into the car dealership to buy a brand new Honda Accord and they said, it's $50,000. And you said, well, gee whiz, my car's 20 years old. I want to call my Allstate insurance agent and see if my insurance will go up if I buy a new car. And then that salesman says, no, put these handcuffs on. You have to buy the fucking car right now before you find out what your insurance is going to be. That insurance is an extra bill, right? Your insurance might go up. It might even go down. Maybe you've had 3 kids since you bought the first 20-year-old car. I don't know. If you got a 14-year-old in the house, you're in trouble. Can you imagine in the United States of America or any other country that doesn't end in stan, if they said to you, put these handcuffs on, fuck you, buy the car. That
and then you get stuck with a car
business
that has
broker, what is that business broker saying to you, Ron?
He's just a salesman. He just wants the money.
Buy the laundromat. Then you can go to the landlord and see what your monthly rent is going to be.
Correct.
Does that seem right to you?
It provided all this stuff in it. No, it does not.
Oh, they told you what the rent would be, right? They don't know. That's a lie. That's Ron. That's a lie about some of this shit shouldn't make any sense to you because it's not real. And you're going into this thinking, oh, this is normal. This is what business brokers do. You're right. Oh, this is normal. This is the way I'm supposed to do it. Now imagine further if you went to buy that new Honda and they locked you in a room and said, slide your Social Security card under the door. We need to see what your credit looks like. If you've got good credit, we'll let you buy the car. Otherwise, the floor is going to open up and you're going to be spit out into the rose garden. I know. It's funny.
The P&L statements were also thrown off.
Please.
The P&L statements were like year 2023.
Please.
And
Ron, let me just ask you. Let me ask
the tax forms.
Let me ask you one question.
Go ahead.
Why would anyone sell a successful cash business?
It's true. I heard you say
that's not the answer. That's not the answer. Why would anyone sell a successful cash business, Ron?
Well, if they've been in it for so many years, time to retire.
Retirement?
Or it's not making any money.
No, that's not a reason to sell a successful cash business. Those are excuses to sell a failed business.
Okay.
Stop dealing with brokers. Get an education. Understand what you need to be doing. All of these businesses that you're looking at buying exist in rented space. Forget about whatever the purchase price is. On top of the purchase price, you've got an extra $300 $100,000 at minimum of future rent payments.
Correct.
Why is my thing free laundromat, Ron? Explain it to me. Why?
I believe me watching the videos. I believe that it's going in and finding the laundromats that are in distress or shut down, and basically try to come with the offer to the landlord.
Not
No?
shut down. That's not
Okay.
one of the parameters. You don't get it. Did you listen to this whole call today?
Okay. I hopped on like a couple minutes late.
I keep
but
asking you
for the most
yes
part,
or no
I think
questions, and you're like a lawyer. What color is the sky, Ron? It depends on if it's night or day, sir.
right now.
Holy
Yeah,
shit, there it
exactly
is.
correct.
Right now? Yeah,
Sun is
blue.
going down over here in New York.
Blue. Ron, yeah, I know how it is. I'm from Brooklyn, man. Sheepshead Bay. X and Y. Listen to me.
But yeah.
5 years you've spent. You were 25 years old when you started the journey to get a laundromat. And finally, today, spend a few dollars, get some slick Italian guy's silly course. Can't call it stupid because it's not. Get the silly course. Open your eyes. Okay. There's stores all over the tri-state area. They don't have to be closed. Go back and watch this video. This store is operating in the state of California, where my client saw a course, got on the phone with me, hired me to make calls. You don't have to do any of that. Either go do something else, focus on your entrepreneurship, or do this properly. You got my dander up because you said, oh, the broker won't give me the landlord's number. Why do you need him? Do you know where the laundromat is?
Correct. Yeah. Yep.
Is there an empty suite next door?
Oh yeah, you're right. It could be multiple. Yeah.
There's a fucking sign on the glass that says blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
When I say landlord, I don't mean the lord of the land. I mean whomever sits on the other side of the lease negotiating table. Go watch today's video from the inception. Watch the whole thing. You'll hear me truly negotiate. And negotiating is not always about money, dollars, cents. It's more about the way that you carry yourself and how you portray your future business in their rented space. And that's what this call was about. Don't go calling that number.
Well, I appreciate it.
Don't go calling that landlord. You're not ready. Don't dial him up and feel him out. Don't become one of the rabble that, like this young lady said today, oh, I've got 3 offers. No, she doesn't. Ron, if you call this number tomorrow,
I feel like I just did it for practice.
If you call, no,
You know?
don't do that. Because now you're calling into a place for practice, mucking it all up, not knowing what you're saying. That's like practicing on tooth decay. I'm going to go to the dentist next week, but let me see if I can pull this tooth out myself. I got pliers. Don't do that.
Yeah, understood.
You need the knowledge first.
So I'm trying to gain here. Thank you for having this call with me, though.
You're welcome.
Definitely reciprocated, and I'm a sponge. I took it all out as much as I could.
I don't think that word means what you think it does.
Kill. There's that word again.
Ronnie, you're all right. My newsletter is free. Nobody even signs up for it anymore. There's a link in the description on all my YouTube videos. Say goodbye.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you, Danny.
You're welcome, buddy. Eric says you'll be mad at me because I bought a laundromat. I am. I know that. But I really bought the real estate at the discount and got the laundromat for free. I know that. 7,000 square foot, 64 washers, number 3 for me. Appreciate your videos and course. We should get on a call, Eric. We should. Where are you? What state are you in? State of total confusion. Maybe I'll come out and say hi. I'll definitely send a camera crew. I don't do enough of that anymore. All right, I was saying thanks to everyone, especially Ron, Wade, Brandon, Eric, folks that are interacting with us. As soon as I burn this thing down, go over to the chat in the video, not here, but on the YouTube stream video, not here in the chat. And tell me your favorite Steve Martin story. If you're too young, tell me about your favorite comedian. Texas-New Mexico border. be in Phoenix next week. Well, I don't care if you're visiting family. Go make a comment. We should do a video. Say goodbye. Try not to be an idiot.